Alright, so today on Omni Garage we're doing a really quick video. We get asked the question all the time around how do you clean a floor mat and get those really cool lines in it. Is it done with a vacuum? Is it done with a tool? We're going to show you in this really quick video how we achieve those really cool lines in the carpet of the vehicle. So what we've got here is the Range Rover Sport, and the great thing about this car is it's got some pretty plush floor mats in there. So these are a little bit dirty, so what we're going to do, we're going to pull them out because the key is getting these clean to start with before we can finish off and leave those nice lines in it. So we'll take this mat out and we'll show you on another car that's not so luxurious, which has slightly less pile to the carpeting. Alright, so we've got the floor mat out of the car here. Now the first thing you want to do is vacuum it. So we're going to get this nice and clean. Now a little tip as you're vacuuming a floor mat like this, if you do get to areas where you can see embedded dirt and the vacuum is not picking it up very well, get yourself a brush like this. This is from Colour Lock, but you can get pretty much any brand will make a brush very similar to this. Actually, I think Colour Lock sell these and other companies brand over the Colour Lock. So what you can do is just use this. If you see an area in here, now this is pretty clean, but you can just agitate the mat like this. And as you'll see, we start to bring up a little bit of dirt to the surface. So anything that's trapped deeper in the fibers there will start to flick out, and will just make it easier for us to come along with that vacuum again and pick up all of the dirt on there. I find this really handy if you do have embedded here in the mat as well. You can bring it to the surface, give it another vacuum. And now we've got a nice clean mat all ready to put those cool lines in it. So, two ways that you can do this. You can do it with a vacuum cleaner. The lines aren't going to look as uniformed as if you use, again, bringing that Colour Lock brush back into it. So I'm going to show you what you can do with the vacuum cleaner. You're going to end up with these wavy lines, which do look quite cool. So all you're doing here is you are just running up the mat and then going on a slight angle when you're coming back. See, I'm just opening up a bit of an angle, and then I go back straight, and I'm bringing it back this way, and just rinse and repeat that to go across the whole mat. And so you might be able to see in the camera there, depending on the lighting, that we do have some lines in that mat. They're very, very subtle, and they do go side to side because of the way that we've used a vacuum cleaner there. Now the other way that you can do it is just using the Colour Lock brush. So this is a really, really easy way to do it. Typically what I do here is I would vacuum all in one direction. And you've got all the fibers on the mat sitting facing that way there, and then all you're doing, don't use it this way, use it this way here, and what you're going to do is just swipe on the mat one direction, and you're putting quite a bit of pressure in here because you are creating these lines by moving the piles of the carpet into the opposite direction from each other. And this can look really cool. If you do this in like the carpeted boot of a car, you can get some really cool lines in there. And it just leaves that kind of premium finish for your client. If you're detailing, if you do it as a business, it's a nice little touch to finish up your interior cleans. Because it's something so simple to do, but your customer's definitely going to appreciate just that little extra touch. So you can see there, we've got more pronounced lines in the mat because we have used the Colour Lock brush and we've used a bit more pressure. I really like to do this when I finish an interior detail, not so much for myself, I don't mind too much, but if we're doing this for a client, a customer, it's just that nice touch to finish off. So I've just taken this floor mat here out of the STI, and as you can see, the difference in the quality between Subaru and Land Rover, you have a lot of pile in that carpet, versus this here is it's very cheap. It almost looks like marine carpet. So on a thicker pile carpet, you're going to get better results on the left there, but you can get equal, I wouldn't say equal results actually, but you can get some pretty good results still out of the lower pile mat. Just the thing to keep in mind here is the way that you're getting that is by pulling the piles in one direction, pushing them in the other direction. So if you've got less piles to work with here, your results aren't going to be as great as having the thicker pile mat. But you'll see there, we still have some reasonably pronounced lines, definitely not as much as the Land Rover mat, but still a really nice way to finish up a detail, leave that nice touch on the interior of your vehicle or your customer's vehicle.